Okay, let's bring you some news from around the stables. July title winner Terunofuji restarted training on August the 10th with some basic foot stamping and leg sliding exercises, as well as dumbbell lifts. He broke himself in very gently with 10 kilo weights, but I imagine he'll be moving up to at least 45, as this video proves the boys from Fujishima are doing, soon enough. The sheer number of congratulatory messages really brings this title win home, beamed the 28-year-old. I was especially happy to read the messages from those who stuck by me, no matter how far I fell. Asked how his trip to former high school Johoku went, he said, "I told the boys there that even though the Inter-High Championships are off for this year, it's vital to keep your spirits up and do your best every day. I also reminded them I'm now the only Johoku grad at my stable, so when this whole virus situation dies down, they're more than welcome to join me." Asked what he thought about fighting the likes of Hakuho and Kakuryu again next tournament, he said, "I'm not thinking about particular opponents, you've just got to do what you can no matter who you're facing." Sumo whipping boy Abi magnetized journalists at the Kokugikan health checks on the 21st, but he didn't slip up. Asked if he had reflected on what he'd done, he wisely chose to nod rather than comment. Yokozuna Kakuryu, who Abi used to serve as an attendant, has already resumed core exercises, charging and chest lending following his second-day withdrawal in July. "I've finally become able to use my right elbow a bit," he told reporters via web chat. "I have a personal trainer taking care of it. Basically, I'm trying to loosen it up, not put any strain on it, not use it or move it around so much." Asked whether he felt down at all, he said, "Without these kinds of lows, you can't get yourself up for the next tournament." He said it was great to see Terunofuji doing so well in July, adding, "I thought he'd really matured." He admitted it felt strange turning 35 this month, as he'd never really pictured fighting on for so long when in his 20s. And he added his wish to see a long line of new challengers stepping up to the plate. Elsewhere, Takakeisho claims that the injured left knee which forced him out of July is better, and that he's now doing charging practice again. Asked how it felt to watch the final days of July on TV, he said, "I wondered how it would have been to actually fight in that title race. I wasn't in the race at the time of my withdrawal, and that's why it was the right decision to pull out. Because I'd pushed myself to the limit, and if I'd gone on fighting, I might have set myself back further." Looking ahead to September, he said, "I can't wait for it all to begin. Active wrestlers live for the fight. I'm glad I don't have to wait long." Asked about turning 24 on August the 5th, he referenced the Japanese temple culture of unlucky ages when quipping, "This year's supposed to be my unlucky year. But given all the hell which happened last year, what on earth is this year going to be like? Well, bring it on. This year, I want to give my all in every situation, not become conceited in the good times, and not become downcast in the bad." That's the motto his father's hammered into him, isn't it? At Takasago stable, Asanoyama has vowed to improve on his July showing and get to grips with what's required of a Yokozuna candidate. "To reach the next level, I can't be losing 2 matches in a row," he said. "I don't want to remember so much about the final days of July. Those straight defeats were unlike any other I'd experienced because of the weight of my new rank. I'm not really permitted to lose to guys beneath me anymore. I think some invisible pressure was getting to me. Now I've got to be a permanent title contender." Asked if he could still make Yokozuna before his coach retires in December, he said, "I'm conscious of the timeline, I'm pushing myself really hard, and I want to put that little bit more expectation on myself." Like Kakuryu, he's been working with a personal trainer 3 times a week, upper body on Mondays, lower body on Wednesdays, both on Fridays, so he says, with the focus on balance, especially moving sideways, rather than heavy loads. As for whether it's effective or not, we'll know come the tournament, he laughed. Unable to return to his native Toyama this summer, Asanoyama has vowed to do his best for everyone watching him on TV. Finally, Wednesday saw Koto Shoho celebrate his 21st birthday. Not only how many wrestlers, but how many 21-year-olds the world over can say they've achieved what he's achieved. Stay injury-free, and the sumo world could be his oyster.